I've finished my station building, and so this is the first thing that I've ever really built, and I think it's come out rather well. Somewhere like that. So now I know where the edge of my road and platform needs to be, so I can now crack on and get everything else done. So I wanted to get this built so that I knew what all my spacings were good. The platform's going to have to come out a bit here because that's the platform toilets and so forth. But yeah, looking good. It seems I haven't done a little update for ages, but I have been doing stuff still, been quite busy messing about with all this. Station, next bit of high street whatever to be done. So I guess the main thing I've been doing is I've given that one a really good service, took it all to pieces, cleaned it all, and now it runs really well even at like slow speeds. I've also, I don't know if you can actually see in there, but you can see some you can see some wires inside because I haven't hidden it particularly well. Inside there is the little decoder chip. I've also fitted a decoder chip to that one as well, so that it now all runs off my new controller that Callie's dad very kindly gave me. So yes, so we're now all running DCC, which means I go to Loco 3, which is this one. Can run that, and look, if I turn the lights on the train come on. Turn them off, turn them on. As I mentioned previously, the main advantage of DCC is that we can have two trains running at the same time. Now you may notice it keeps stopping there, and on here it keeps coming up with an error message, which I think it needs more power here, because with DCC what you're supposed to do is put power like basically to every little bit of track. So you can see this is what's called your bus wire, and you basically have these wires which are called dropper wires, which come from the track into the main bus, and you're supposed to do that in as many places as possible, because it needs good electricity all the way around the track so that the decoder can pick up the signal correctly. So I have started to do that, but as always ran out of wire, so I've got some more on order, so then I can do that. So at the moment the bus wire just goes to there, but it needs to go all the way around and then put in all those little dropper wires. So that's kind of the next job. I've also, with the other one of these that I've got, that's in here soaking in isopropyl alcohol just to get it nice and clean, and then I'll scrub that one all up and put a chip in that one. And then this in pieces here is this one again. I'm kind of determined to get that one working. I think that's about it really. Yeah, the main thing I've just been doing is getting this DCC thing set up, which it now is, which is really good. So that's about it. No, tell a lie, there is one other thing, more of an issue. We seem to have a damp patch here. It's dried out a bit now, but that was soaking wet before. It's not coming in here, so I think it's coming in up there, because you can see the beam is a bit damp, and then I think it's just dripping down. So it's a bit of a pain, because I think I was going to board the top of the garage out anyway, but obviously if there's water coming in, it's just going to seep through eventually. But I don't know what we can do to the end of the garage, because this is an asbestos roof, so I can't really start messing around with that. So I have to have a little think of what's the best way to get around that issue. It's getting cold in here. I've got my big coat on. It's freezing. Might have to start thinking about a heater, I think. So, I've been busy as ever. Mostly messing around with this and getting that all set up. And but the main thing I've been doing this evening is I've changed my layout somewhat. Because now I've got basically 3 loops. So we've got this one coming around here, and then there's the bigger one around the back there. But what I've also done is put all these pointy things in, so you can swap from any track to the other, and it's all quite good fun once you get 2 going. So let's get loco number 2 on the move. So I've just fitted a decoder chip to this one. So this is the decoder chip. We don't need to worry about all these other wires there for other functions, which this train won't have because it's too old. So what we have here, this is what's called your programming track. And now what we need to do is press that and that. And that tells us what number is currently assigned to that train, which is 03 by default, but I know for a fact that's also an 03. So we need to change it to, let's say, 4. And then we write that to it. I think that's done. If we come out of it, go back into there, read it. So now it's got an address of 04. So let's see if it works. Right, so now we're on the proper track. If we select loco 4, will it work? Not with that on the track. Right, forward. And the answer is no, it doesn't work. Right, I think I made a schoolboy error. Right, I think I've resolved it. I think it now seems to work. Happy days. So now we'll just put his lid back on. Oh my, now we've got we've got three all going around at the same time. That's all quite fun. We can have races. So, maybe the next thing is, I wonder what's in this package. So this is what was in the package. It's a DCC shuttle, and allegedly what this does is let you send a train to like the end of the track, stop, come back, stop, and go back again. So the idea is to have it stop down there, come all the way around and end up at the station, and then go back again, and it'll do it all automatically. Now for testing it out, I've just got it, I'm going to set up on this little bit of track along here just to see if it works. So let's give it a go. Right, some more points have arrived, mainly because to finish off my redesign I need a crossing section from this track to this track, so that's what they're for. So I've now installed those points, not those ones, they were already there. And what I had to do eventually in the end was put these two here and swap the two that were here over here, just for space wise. And then we had all sorts of shenanigans with two trains coming around here at the same time, colliding, derailing it, railing, you name it. So that was the points I used, which was those longish ones there. I'm just doing that so I remember which ones to order again next time should I ever need them. But the first thing we need to do this evening is a bit of nail care. So the idea here is, what I'm finding is some of the trains are shorting out when they go through these points. Now the idea of the nail varnish is to insulate them so that they hopefully don't short out. Now, strange as it may seem, I did try it when I had the same problem with some other ones and it did seem to work. So let that dry and hopefully be alright. I had this thing come the other day and I said I was going to make it go round and back again, and I set up this bit of track here to do a test bit, and well, by the way I've stuffed all these wires behind here. Did it work? No, of course it didn't work. I don't know, I don't know, I guess I was doing something wrong with it, but it just didn't work, and then give up on it. So I think we'll send that back. Which leads me on to the next thing, which is going down an avenue that I didn't really want to go down, but at the same time I knew it was inevitable. And that all begins here. This is a Digitrax PR4, of course. And what this does is it links my controller over there that I got to this, to a computer. Now, one of the reasons I started doing all this was it was something that I could potter away with, which gets me away from computer, which I use all day at work and had spent evenings just in front of. And I thought this would be a good thing that would get me completely away from computers, but unfortunately, like everything in life nowadays, inevitably the computer comes in somewhere, and it's exciting, I guess. What this enables me to do basically is operate the whole layout from a computer, and there's quite a few benefits in doing that, which hopefully over the coming weeks, months, we shall see. So I got this little chap that's been sat in the loft for about 3 years to hopefully do the job. Now, the good thing about doing this with a computer is you don't need a particularly powerful computer, so that's hopefully more than adequate to do the job. So let's do it. So after a bit of faffing about, because I'd forgotten this machine is Windows 8, I'd forgotten how bad it was. Anyway, we are now from here to here to here, and I've got some software running. So the idea here is I can now start this train. Okay, and then if I do this one, I can start that one, do the lights. So all from the computer. And then of course you can do the track layout. That's not mine, that's just the demo one that comes with it. And loads of other stuff really. Let me just stop these. Stop. So they come to a stop. So straight away, one of the main advantages is I can control the speeds independently rather than with that where you've just got the one control. But the next thing to really look at is what's called block detection. So that's where you divide the different areas of your track into sections, and then the computer knows exactly where each train is on the layout, so that it can say, you know, go from there to there, stop there, go back there, go there, and if there's another train coming, stop and wait for it to go, and all that kind of stuff. But to do that, I need to get, guess what, another thing. Where will it end? And then the thing after that is, ideally what you want to be able to do is control all your points as well, because then you can just put it into full automation. But guess what, you need something else to do that. So, yeah. But it's a start, and yes, I'm not obviously going to leave that there, and I need to see how I get on with it, because I don't want to be spending most of my time there. That's good to have because it makes the operation easier, and that's what I want. It needs to make it easier, not hinder. That's the important distinction. So let's just get him going again. Off they go. Controlled by the computer.